Once again.
Hello again, it's Jimmy at O'Reilly's Mobile Mechanics here. We have a Vauxhall Insignia and we've got a service vehicle now message on the dash. So inside, when we start the car, we have got this message: service vehicle now, soon, sorry. So we're just plugging in our diagnostics. We'll get up the fault code of what we got. So we're just running through a diagnostic scan here, and we'll get back once it's finished scrolling through. So here's the codes that we've got. It's a P0671, P0672, P0673, glow plug, circuit, malfunction. So we're going to take out the glow plugs, hopefully. As long as they come out okay, we're going to take out the glow plugs, have a look at them and replace them. So what we've done here is we've held the vehicle on a few revs like this, and we've just got the temperature up to 90 there. It's I think it's a good idea to get the engine warm before you're going to take out any sort of glow plugs, especially in cold weather like this. I think we're around about 5 degrees or something like that today, so it's a good idea to get the engine warm. And while the engine's running, we're going to get all our tools ready, so as soon as we switch it off, we can get straight to the job of removing them. So just down here behind the common rail injection system, you got the glow plugs. Just give that a pull, get the plastic plug out, and you got the glow plugs just down there. Just giving them a spray up with some WD-40. We did do these last night as well, but you won't always have the chance to do that, but just giving them another spray now. Here we've got a glow plug removal socket. It just allows it to go all the way inside. It's got a deep recess inside, and this one is a 9mm. Just get that down on there. Now we'll just give it a turn. It seems to be turning quite easily at the minute. Hopefully we'll have a good result on this. Seems to be turning a little bit. It's getting a little bit stiffer at the minute. You can hear a little bit of creaking. So we'll just go back a little bit in the opposite direction again, tightening it. Now we'll come back again. It's getting a little bit too tight, so we've removed the socket there. Just gonna give it another little spray up. Try to get that to soak in as much as possible. And I think we'll move on to one of the next ones while that's soaking in. See how this one comes out. And that clicked in there. It's a little bit slightly creaky. Seems to be turning. It's getting a little bit stiff again. Yeah, it's getting a little bit tight, so we don't want to force it. We'll go back in the opposite direction. Okay, so we're back on number 1. Just gonna see, it's quite loose at the minute, but then it gets tight again. I think we've gone back and forth really as much as we can now, so it's just a case of trying to open. It's loosened out a little bit again. That can either be a good sign or a bad. If the vehicle's quite new, you don't really have too much to worry about on these. When it's a 12-year-old vehicle, it can be quite a problem, especially if car hasn't been looked after and they haven't been changed in a fair while. Yeah, we're loosening up quite a bit, and we're not going to know if we're successful until it's completely out. Hopefully the tip hasn't been left in there. Now it's become a righty-loosey. A lefty-loosey. Let's see what we got. Yep, we've got a complete glow plug, which is good. And this one is number 4, but we were getting the codes for number 1, 2 and 3. Now we're on to number 3. That's number 3 out. And that's number 2. That is number 1. So they're all 4s out now. Okay, so I've got a multimeter connected to the plug here, to the glow plugs. And we can see there's no voltage coming through, so we're just going to command the glow plugs on with our diagnostic tool here. And then you can see there, so it's off. And then on, getting about 2.2 volts. This is a low voltage system, it's not a 12 volt system. Here we've got the glow plug number 2 connected up, and we're going to command it on, and we can probably see that it's not going to work. Command that on. You can see there it's not getting any colour. Almost forgot there, I haven't connected up the negative to the body, so I've connected a negative to the body and down to the body of the engine of the car. And they're just making sure that obviously this metal is not going to touch the engine. We've got that standing up straight there. Now again we'll command that on, and we can see the voltage jumping up. We'll just keep our eye on that. And with that on for a minute there, we're not getting any sort of heat coming from it, we can see. So you can see there it's dead. We'll come back and command that off, voltage drops down. So by switching the command on here, and we've got that connected over there, we can see that there is power getting sent to the glow plugs. So if there was no power coming to the glow plugs, it would probably be, I wouldn't say pointless changing them, but you would need to change the glow plugs and then look for the supply problem down the line, to see why is there no power coming to the glow plugs, which would maybe be the glow plug relay module, or it could even be a fuse, I suppose. So now we're going to put a working glow plug in, and we'll show you the difference. I've just got a working glow plug that we've just opened from the packet and put onto it. Again, we're going to command it to go on. Oh, it's a 30-second limiter is expired, so we'll have to just reset it. We're just in the active test section here of the Opel. Let's switch it on. We've got voltage, and then we should see that turning red. Might take a few seconds. You can see there it's glowing red. That's clearly working. So we just turned that off there. This is not like a sort of test that I'd advise any sort of DIY person to do. Obviously, if this metal, or if you touch them or connect them in the wrong areas, you can do a lot of damage if you don't know what you're doing. But that's just a way that we've just shown you there. We don't usually normally go through this much connecting them up like this, but just to show you basically a visual of it. We'd normally just do it with the Milwaukee multimeter there. As long as we're getting power, we know power is going to go to the new glow plugs and they're going to work. Now we've got the 4 glow plugs there. That's the order that they came out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to get the new ones all in now. Got a light down on there. You can see just down there, got the little portholes for each one. Just push that into place. We've got number 2 in there already. And this one is number 3. I'll just get that down there. Number 4 just over here. Now we're just going to tighten these all the way down. Not going to put any grease on the thread. It's not required. And they should be tightened to 5 Newton meters, which is basically nothing. You need a really good torque wrench to measure a torque so low, but you wouldn't really need. Well, I don't need to. I've changed enough glow plugs in my time to know what 5 Newton meters feels like, and it's just basically right right to the end until it stops, and you just stop it right there basically. Doesn't need any sort of tightness. So once you've come to a stop, see there, that's it, that's enough. The glow plugs are in, we're just going to get the plugs, get these plugs and just plug them all in. One, two, three and four. Now that's all done, we'll go back on here, switch our ignition back on, and we'll go back again, back to the trouble codes, and we'll raise. Now we should see no more of the service vehicle soon message, and we'll take it for a test drive, see how it feels. Okay, we've just got back inside, switch the ignition on. Start her up. It's cooled down quite a bit there already, you can see, but that engine was extremely hot. It was very hot to touch. There we go, we haven't got the warnings, and we'll take it for a test drive. Little story about this car is we actually went to look at this car at a customer's, and there was so many issues on the initial diagnostics that they didn't want to continue with any of the repairs on the car, and they agreed to sell it to us at a price. I think we might have even paid too much for it, to be honest, but we've now taken it in, obviously, and done a few repairs on it. I don't know if you've seen some of the other videos. We've done the EGR valve, we have changed the EGR cooler, and we have changed, we've cleaned the turbo out and the DPF, and now we have changed the glow plugs. So yeah, it's been well taken care of. It's like a mistreated pet after being rescued. She's I think she's happy that we've taken her in our hands. But yep, it's all sorted on that one. We'll see you on the next video.